各位觀眾，大家好，歡迎收睇《仇恨邊緣》，我係主持人 Yanny。我哋今日請到咗華裔選民教育委員會嘅李志威先生嚟同我哋講講呢個仇恨同埋呢個投票之間嘅關係。Hello, David. So last time we talked about the vote and the story that you share. That's something I would like to ask is like I know like the social media and AI is the way to promote something, right? I believe also for the voter can let them to get involved. But do you think on the another hand, the social media and AI were also harmful to the voter?
Yes. We know that social media is being used to amplify anti-Asian, anti-immigrant hate. A very recent case was when President Trump, during a recent debate, accused Haitian immigrants of eating dogs in Ohio. And this led to social media memes targeting immigrants, that immigrants were eating dogs, eating pets, and this was absolutely not true. There is no evidence that Haitian immigrants were engaged in this behavior, yet the social media was used to weaponize this meme and send it out all across the country. And it doesn't matter which group, it's all immigrants. It's targeted at immigrants. And why is this being done? This is being done to suppress turnout, to scare and intimidate immigrants from voting. If people feel that the mainstream society, the larger society, thinks negatively of them or have these stereotypes that they're eating pets or dogs, they will feel scared. They will feel afraid to vote. That is an example, one example of how social media is being used. This is a message that's spread all across the world, all across many different languages in WeChat, which is a popular social media platform, yet there's no basis in fact. It's not true. That's why we as a community have to come together to fight against these lies and against misinformation in social media and to get the message out to people. This is a vital election. You have every right to vote. Your vote is your power. You're registered, you have every right to have your voice heard, and we have so many important issues on the ballot. If you don't vote, you don't get to complain, right?
Yes.
Because you didn't participate. So don't let these lies, these misinformation on social media, AI-generated information that is proven to be lies, deter you or keep you from voting. Go out and vote, fill out your ballot, mail it in, make sure you participate so that we can have a voice in our government.
Yes, as a Chinese media, that our job is to make sure the information is correct. That is very important. So I know to prevent this, the social media platforms like Google or Twitter, right now they create a content filler. Do you think that would work?
Well, I think that's one step, but I see that it did not prevent the story of the immigrants eating dogs, eating pets from spreading all through social media. And we know it was a lie. Another example, that during COVID, that China, that COVID was being spread by Chinese Americans, and that China intentionally was the reason why we have COVID in the world. So these are memes and social media messages that have been spread throughout the social media, and this is meant to keep Chinese and Asian Americans from voting, and to make people feel suspicion about Asian Americans, suspicion against Chinese Americans, to question the loyalty of Chinese Americans and Asian Americans, to question the right of Asian and Chinese Americans to participate in our democracy. So how do we fight back? We fight back by voting. We fight back by registering, voting, and making sure everybody in our family votes.
And I believe, like you, the government and all of another nonprofit or our media, that we have been doing a lot to lower the hate crime and to again and fight back with the hate. And do you think what would be the best way to keep this momentum?
We have to constantly, as a community, come out and reassure our community why it's important to vote. And when we find that information is wrong, information is misleading, we need to correct it. We need to have journalists in our community come out and do stories to debunk lies, to debunk falsehoods, and to reinforce the important message that people should vote, people should participate, people need to participate. If we care about our schools, if we care about education, if we care about public safety, public health, our economy, we need to have representatives in government who come from our community, who can fight for our community.
Yeah, we need to all work together from
Yes.
different directions. So
Yes.
what is your expectation and future you see for the Stop the Hate campaign?
I think we're a strong community. We will work together. We will fight anti-Asian hate messaging. There are many leaders in our community, many young leaders that are coming up. Really critical that we support them. When we find hate, we need to call it out. And if it's hate not just against our own community, but against other communities, other immigrant communities, because today they may be coming for somebody else, but tomorrow they may be coming for you. So really important that when we see injustice, when we see these kinds of misinformation, that we call it out, we fight against it, and we get our community together and to let them know what is important, what is really important, that they register, they vote, they participate, they have every right to, and don't stay home. Don't let the anti-hate forces win.
Thank you so much, David. That what I learned from you is to vote together and fight together. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
to our show. 係啦，咁再次感謝大家收睇我哋嘅仇恨邊緣。